Hey guys, today on JD Cars, I'll be doing a full review of the Eonon GA7165. So I bought this stereo a little over a week ago. And if you watch my channel, you probably know I had the previous version, which is the GA6165. I bought this 7165 so I could give you a full review, and I can tell you how it compares to the previous version. So let's get into it. So immediately you'll notice that the appearance of this stereo is almost identical to the previous version. It too fits perfectly into the E90 dash, and the climate control attaches seamlessly to the bottom of the stereo here. Unlike the previous version, which ran on Android 5.1, this new version runs on Android Marshmallow 6.0. Similarly, this stereo features a 7-inch capacitive touchscreen, and the resolution is the same as the previous version. Something that's a huge leap up from the previous stereo is this stereo's CPU, which is a 1.8 GHz Cortex A9 quad-core processor. It also has a Samsung DDR3 1GB RAM, and it has 16 GB of internal storage. This is a remarkable improvement over the last stereo. It allows the stereo to run a whole lot faster. Like the previous version, this stereo features Bluetooth 4.0, and I've experienced no lag when playing music. Something pretty cool about this stereo, similar to the previous version, is its ability to AirPlay through iPhones and iPads. We come to apps here and select Easy Connect, press exit and select iPhone Wi-Fi. Come over to our iPhone here, go to AirPlay mirroring and select our stereo here. And as you can see, it's mirroring my iPhone. This vertical orientation of the screen is pretty annoying. However, when you go into apps such as Safari that are landscape compatible, you can turn the screen sideways and the stereo then goes full screen, putting the screen at the correct dimensions for the image you're displaying. As you can see, there's little to no lag when scrolling with the iPhone. This also works for playing videos and music, which is pretty cool. This stereo includes a CAN bus decoder, which allows you to keep your factory steering wheel functions, and I found with this new updated version of the CAN bus module, more of my steering wheel buttons are compatible with different apps such as Spotify, whereas the previous 6165 stereo was not compatible. The CAN bus system also decodes your handbrake, so when you put on the handbrake, the car knows you're in park and you can play videos and whatnot. It can also detect when you open a door. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that with the driver's side door here. So it displays and dings when you have a door open, and it'll display what door is open. It also displays when the trunk is open. The CAN bus decoder can also tell when the car is in reverse, so when I put the car in reverse here, the backup camera automatically turns on and displays the rear view camera when you're backing up. Something huge the CAN bus decoder enables you to do is turn on the seat warmers, except you don't even need the buttons to do so. If you go into apps here and click on car settings, as you can see, we can turn on the seat warmers and open curtains if your car is equipped. For a demonstration here, I'm going to go ahead and click on the screen here, and as you can see, the seat warmer is going to turn on without me even pressing the button. So it's on level 3, click it again, it'll go down to 2, click it again, it'll go down to 1, and once more to turn it off. The reason this is such a big deal is because from the factory, the seat warmer buttons are located just under the climate control, and they're mounted up here where the screen is. However, to fit this screen in, you previously had to relocate the seat warmer buttons. That's what I did with my previous version. However, with this new version, you actually don't even have to install this custom ashtray for your seat warmer buttons. You can simply turn them on and off from the stereo itself. I was skeptical if the seat warmers need to be plugged into the system for this to work, so I took off the stereo and disconnected the seat warmer buttons completely. I then came back to this application here and clicked on the seat warmer buttons, and they actually turned on without these buttons even being plugged in. This stereo also supports parking sensors if your car is equipped, and it also supports OBD2 accessories like an OBD2 app that shows torque, horsepower, engine temperature, etc. The stereo also has an excellent equalizer app where you can choose one of these presets, or you can custom adjust it to however you like. You can also go to zone here and move the fader back and forth and to either side. Also, if you have an external subwoofer, this stereo does support it, and you can control it from the stereo itself. The stereo also has a tiny brightness sensor right here, so depending on the time of day, the screen will auto adjust. And this is very helpful for when you're driving at night and you don't want to strain your eyes. A couple other specifics of the stereo: you can plug in a USB flash drive of 32 gigabytes max. The USB port also supports MP3, so if you want to use the USB port to play music and whatnot, you can do so. You can also expand your storage here with this SD card slot, and that also accepts up to 32 gigabytes. The stereo also supports a hotspot from your phone, or if you want the stereo to be completely independent, you can insert a 3G chip right here, giving the stereo 3G cellular service. I was extremely impressed by the job Eonon did, including everything you need to properly install the stereo. So I've owned the stereo for a little bit over a week, and after using it every day, I can tell you I absolutely love it. For music, I usually use Spotify. Rather than having to plug in my phone to the auxiliary or USB port, or connecting it via Bluetooth, I simply have all my music downloaded here directly on the stereo, so I never have to depend on my phone for my music. I have all my playlists downloaded to the stereo, so it doesn't use any of my cell service to play it when I'm on the go. The Android 6.0 operating system offers significant flexibility because you have access to hundreds of thousands of apps, including Google Maps, Waze, and Spotify. Something that's really helpful when you're on the go and you can't be looking down to type and whatnot is the Google Voice Search app. All you have to do is click on the Google Voice Search icon here and then ask for directions or any other question you have. So I'll do a couple demos here. First, I'll ask for the nearest gas station. Find me the nearest gas station.
The nearest gas station around South Hamilton, sure.
It got my voice input correct and it quickly brought up the nearest gas station. You can also ask it for directions to a specific location. Give me directions to the Home Depot in Danvers.
There are two options.
So I just have to click on Start here. It will find the best route, and it then gives me directions to Home Depot. Something great about Google Maps is I can be in a different app like Spotify, changing my song, and there could be a left turn coming up that I need to take. Google Maps will make an overlay in Spotify or any other app I'm using, telling me the turn I need to take, and depending on if you have voice directions turned on, it'll tell you the turn you need to take. The stereo is really fast. You can be in Spotify here, choosing a new song, and if you need to quickly go to Google Maps or your other default navigation app, you can click navigation here and it'll bring you right over to the Google Maps app. Applications, even heavy ones like navigation apps like Google Maps, open almost instantly, and going home takes place instantly as well. This stereo is significantly faster than the previous version, and I've yet to experience any issues with it. I would highly recommend it over the previous version, so if you're looking into a touchscreen stereo for your BMW, I would highly recommend the new 7165. The installation is pretty quick and easy, and everything's included for the installation. If you purchase your stereo through my Amazon link below, I'm happy to offer free support in the comments if you have any issues installing your stereo or otherwise. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like below and subscribe if you've yet to do so. Thanks guys, see you next time on JD Cars.